Hi, welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Justin Riley. We're here with Dan McGlynn from McGlynn Pharmacy in Stoughton, and he's going to talk to us a little bit about the advantages of an independently run pharmacy. Dan, welcome to the program.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for being here today.
My pleasure.
So, give us a brief history of McGlynn Pharmacy. You know, how long it's been there, how long have you owned it, and that kind of thing.
Sure. I've owned the pharmacy for between 12 and 13 years. 2002 was my first year. It's been a pharmacy at that location. You know, we're kind of located on a corner in downtown Stoughton. There's been a pharmacy there for almost 120 years.
Wow.
Going back, you know, I've found things in the basement from 1895, so I know at least that far back. So, and always had an independent owner all the way through that history. So.
Always local. Always have a history of being local.
Yep.
Very cool. So tell us what makes McGlynn Pharmacy special now.
You know, I guess for us, probably the fact that we are independently owned, there is more service aspect things, more things that we can do because basically it just has to pass through me. It doesn't have to go through corporate. It doesn't have to go through anything else like that. You know, and we spend a lot of time, you know, with patient care and service type things, you know, and a lot of it is to differentiate ourselves, you know, from anybody else.
Right, and that's something that you are seeing, we seem to be seeing less and less of, is the local person serving the local community and that kind of thing. So that's great.
For sure.
That's great. So being a local, independently owned pharmacy, do you guys participate in most insurance plans? Are people able to get their prescriptions and have the insurance covered when they come to McGlynn?
Yeah. That's, you know, a common. There's a lot of things, I guess, that, you know, are hard to fight because we don't have the marketing power of maybe some other pharmacies. But you know, one of the big things is people worry that, you know, their insurance won't be covered because we're a small pharmacy. We contract. We use national contracting companies that will, you know, go out and help us organize, you know, our insurance coverages, the plans that we participate in. And there just really isn't. I can't think of the last time that someone came in and I couldn't provide for them because of an insurance, you know, insurance restriction. So.
Sure. So besides medication and pharmaceuticals and whatnot, what other products do you guys offer?
I think our biggest thing that we offer is kind of going back to the service point that I kind of alluded to right away. You know, we spend a lot of effort and time in making sure that we can provide care. We look at ourselves as an extension of the primary care, which in this case I would consider to be like the doctor, clinic, that kind of thing. You know, we go to people's houses. We have free delivery. We do immunizations, and we will go to your house and give you the immunization. You know, we're a little bit more mobile, a little bit more able to do that. We do comprehensive medication reviews, which are sit-downs with, you know, anybody that wants to come in, sometimes covered by insurance even, and, you know, sit down and talk about their meds, ask about side effects, and they get an extended period of time to ask about their medicines and have a conversation, which sometimes is hard to do in the day and age of get them in, get them out healthcare.
Right. Right. So you kind of offer that extra customer service aspect, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
So, you know, as we're talking about the age that we live in, get them in, get them out. We're also moving to an age where we're using a lot more technology. Can you tell us what kind of technology McGlynn Pharmacy is utilizing nowadays?
Yeah, we've got a pharmacy software program that allows us, obviously, the basics of dispensing, you know, drug interactions, things like that, but also we have an app that you can put on your smartphone and you can refill your prescriptions, or, you know, you can go on the web and order prescriptions or get details about your profile. So, you know, we have a lot of the things that maybe other pharmacies have been advertising. You know, we're right there with them. That is something that is available to us as well. So.
Very cool. And we have about 30 seconds left. Can you tell us very quickly why you decided to settle in Stoughton and what has made you stay thus far?
It was proximity originally. I went to school in Madison. I was a University of Wisconsin Madison grad, and had an opportunity with an independent owner in Stoughton right out of school, and kind of fell in love with the community, and really now, after being there 22 years and raising a family there, pretty much embedded in the community. So I think we're in for the long haul. So
Well, we're so glad, and I'm sure the people of Stoughton are so glad to have you. Thank you so much, Dan McGlynn, for being on our program today.
Thank you.
Go and check them out, McGlynn Pharmacy down on Main Street in Stoughton. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town, where we'll be joined by our friends from Wisconsin Business World. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. We are so excited to have our friends from Wisconsin Business World back in our studio today. We've got Steve Benchwall and Brian Meir. Welcome to the program.
Great Thanks for having us.
So, Steve, remind us again, what is Business World?
Sure. So we've been on a couple times, and hopefully some of the viewers are familiar with the program now. But for those that aren't, Business World is for high school kids, and we offer our programming in two ways. During the school year, we have one-day business conferences that we call Mini Business World, and those lead up to a summer program, which is an overnight program held on a college campus around Wisconsin.
Awesome. And we have a special guest with us today, Brian Meir, who volunteers as a company advisor for Business World. Welcome to you. Brian, can you describe your role as an advisor at Business World?
Certainly. I really have three goals for the kids. The first goal is that they get outside their comfort zone and they meet new people. Secondly, I want to see them increase their business acumen. And third, and most importantly, is that I want to see them have fun. As an advisor, we get about 15 kids assigned to us on Sunday who don't know each other and sometimes don't even know why they're there. It's our job to make everyone feel comfortable and feel welcome at that first meeting all throughout the week. We provide them a brief overview of all the stuff they're going to do, and then give them the information that they need to accomplish those goals throughout the week. We do ask a lot of them in not a lot of time. They have to make a product out of nothing. They have to make business plans. They have to make financial decisions in a business simulation game. They have to do a trade show. They visit Wisconsin companies and take tours, and so much more. And so it's our job just to help them get through that, make sure we give them the resources to accomplish it, and then we kind of just let them go and let them make their mistakes. And if they make a mistake, that's great. Those are some of the greatest learning opportunities that we can give them. Is we then go through the quarterly report where they may have screwed up, and we find their mistakes, and then we talk together and we figure out a way to rectify those mistakes for the next quarter. And I think that's really special and a unique thing about Business World, is that we get to help these kids in that way.
That's awesome. You're kind of giving them the opportunity to make mistakes in a very safe environment.
Yes.
Before it counts, in other
Yes,
words.
yes.
So, well, great. That sounds like a great experience. To you, what stands out to you the most after working with a group of students?
Yes. Every year there are kids that they're already running their own companies. They're so successful already. We know they're going to be successful in the future, and they're going to have a positive impact on Wisconsin in the future. But it's the other kids that really stand out to me, the ones that, they might not know too much about business, or they don't really know why they're there. They're kind of mad they have to miss some of their summer to come to a business camp, which is understandable. I was probably one of those kids myself. And, to see that spark or that light bulb go off when they gain that understanding of Business World, and then by the last day, they're asking, "Are you sure this can't be a day longer? How do I sign up to come back next year?" They're exchanging all of their social media handles with each other, and that's just great to see, to know that we had an impact on them and that they had a great time. We have a fantastic group of advisors, and Steve does a great job just really encouraging kids to be themselves, get outside their comfort zone, learn in a safe environment, and just have a good time. So
wonderful.
It's just great and very rewarding.
It sounds like a wonderful experience for everybody who's involved. Yes. Steve, it sounds like company advisors like Brian play a pretty big role
Yeah.
in the company. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. You know, that's one of the neatest parts about the program is Brian mentioned that each advisor, volunteer business advisor, gets about 12 kids assigned to them. And I can't say enough about what they do and what they bring to the program. They're outstanding role models for the kids. And what's coolest about it to me is they're the ones that are in the classroom with those dozen kids for the week, making sure they don't get into trouble, making sure they stay on track, answering all the questions they have. Most high school kids have more questions than answers about their future, and we can put fun, successful people in front of them to kind of show them, you know, your future's bright and it's okay to fail, because the more you fail, the quicker you're going to succeed. And it's just an awesome program, and it wouldn't work without people like Brian and all the other company advisors, so can't say enough about them.
Absolutely. We have just a couple seconds left. Do you want to tell viewers how they can find out more about
Sure.
Wisconsin business?
I would say the easiest way is to just Google search Wisconsin Business World, and our website, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all our social media platforms will be right there for you to find out more information.
Steve Benchwall and Brian Meir from Wisconsin Business World, thank you so much for coming back. We love having you always.
Thank you for having us.
We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Stay right here. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm sitting here with Leslie Rasmussen and Anthony Syracuse, and they are from Shortstack Eatery. And we're going to attempt to answer the question today, who doesn't love breakfast? Anthony and Leslie, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
It's such an interesting concept that you guys have for your business, but let's talk about the really important stuff first. What makes your Bloody Marys so great?
Well, I actually make the Bloody Marys. They are all house made. It's about a five-step process. Very fresh, beets, carrots, habaneros, brine in there. Makes it sweet, but gives it a little bit of a kick. Pretty great. They're served in a 24-ounce mason jar, 3
Mason
ounces
jars.
of vodka.
Nice,
Yep.
nice.
We pickle all of our own vegetables too, so the skewers on there are all pickled in our house-made brine.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
They won the 105.5 World's Greatest Bloody Mary contest.
The world's
Yeah.
World's greatest.
Well, we're honored to have you in our presence today. Did you bring any samples with you today?
No, we
didn't.
didn't. Sorry.
That's okay. We'll forgive you this time. Has Madison welcomed your unique concept? It's a very unique concept. How do you feel like you've been welcomed by the community?
I think, yeah, people have responded really well. We had one guy, he's always responding to our stuff that we post on Twitter, and then this person made a website that answers, you can go on it and see if we're open or not, because our hours are a little odd. So it's a very simple website. It's like isshortstackopen.com or something like that, and it just says yes or no. And we didn't have any contact with him. He just did that on his own, and we've had a lot of regulars come in, and people are always taking pictures of the food. We always like seeing that. And we also have in the restaurant on the chalkboard right above the menu, we have a quote from Ron Swanson from Parks and Recreation, and people always love that. It's a quote that says, "I'm a simple man. I like pretty dark-haired women and breakfast food." From Ron Swanson, and people love that.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So you guys get quite a few late nighters in your place. What's the best thing about the late night crowd?
I would have to say it's definitely high energy. I usually work the late night. It's fun. Everybody's coming from the bars. They're coming down a little bit, so their spirits are still up. And we have the music loud. We love it when the entire restaurant ends up singing, perfect example, a Journey song. Everybody's just still having a good time. It's definitely high energy, fun atmosphere.
Awesome. And we want to talk a little bit about your food. Tell us what your top selling dish is.
I think probably whenever people ask what's your favorite thing, or what the fan favorite is probably the sweet potato oatmeal pancakes, and that's really good with a maple bourbon mascarpone and fresh strawberries. That's probably the most popular item that we have. People love that one, and it's probably my favorite too.
Good. So you guys have been on this team now, this short stack team, for a few months. Tell us what's your favorite part about being on the team, Anthony?
My favorite thing is being right in the middle of town and being able to, because all the stuff that happens on State Street, being able to be right in the middle of that, because we have getting the windows in the restaurant are just, it's all windows instead of walls, so we get to watch people watching and seeing all the events that are going on, but also being a part of a restaurant from the very beginning, like on the first day and opening, being on like the ground floor of that is really, because I've always worked in restaurants, but it's always, I worked at a place that was open for like 35 years. That was like already an established thing, so it's really cool to be part of something that's from the very start. That's
To be able to build it from the ground up, in
Yeah.
other words. That's a good feeling. Leslie, what do you like about being on the Shortstack team?
Well, I also agree with Anthony being in it from the beginning. We have such a wonderful staff. We all get along so well, and the hours are tough and it can be very challenging and a grind, and everybody's just there for each other. So our team is wonderful, and so that's probably my favorite part. It's just my staff.
That's fabulous. Fabulous. What is the thing that's most surprising about Shortstack Eatery?
I would have to say how their concept, who doesn't love breakfast, is really coming true. We really appeal to all demographics. We have our late night crowd, our young college students, but then we go right into brunch with families, and everybody loves Shortstack. We found everybody loves breakfast.
Leslie and Anthony, thank you so much for coming out here today. We loved having you. It's Shortstack Eatery. It's down on Johnson Street. Check them out. Who doesn't love breakfast? Nobody doesn't love breakfast. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm sitting here with one of our interns that we have here at CW57, Olivia Gilia. Welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me on.
So good to have you. So you're currently a student, is that correct?
Yes, right now I'm a student at UW-Madison. This is my 5th and final year, finally. So I'll be graduating in May, and I will have earned a degree in management, marketing, and communication arts. Yeah.
Wow, so that's the reason for 5 years then.
Yeah,
There's
so
quite
it's been a
bit going on.
packed 5 years, 3 majors. It's been a lot of fun though, and sad that it's ending now.
Yeah, there's always that sort of bittersweet aspect to
Exactly.
graduation, because
Yeah.
you're ending a part of your life, but you're starting a new part of your life.
So it's been an interesting final year transition into that adult world.
Yes, into the real world, as
Yeah,
they say. Yeah.
exactly.
So what brought you to CW57, other than the fact that we're awesome?
Yeah, of course. Well, I knew a couple years ago through some of the courses that I had been taking at UW that I wanted to get involved in the television industry. And I've been taking some great courses that have had given me a lot of great experiences, but I kind of wanted to supplement the classroom with an in-person kind of real-world experience as well.
Sure.
So I did my research on some of the TV affiliates around Madison and came across the CW and found all of the awesome shows like Talk of the Town and Girl Talk and the restaurant show that are going on, and reached out, and they had an opening for an intern, and it worked out. Here I am.
Well, we're so glad to have you aboard, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's been great.
So you've been here for about 2 months now. Tell us, what does your job as an intern entail?
Well, the best part about this internship is that it has really allowed me to get very hands-on. So there have been other internship positions in the past, and some that my friends have done, where you don't really get to be as involved. It's more of hands-off. So the best part is that this has been very hands-on. I've really had the opportunity to get involved with the station, work with people in all different aspects, and things have gone really well. So I'm actually involved in sort of 2 main areas right now. One is on the shows, Talk of the Town and Girl Talk, and usually I'm behind the camera, not in front of it,
Right.
so this is a little different today,
Yeah.
but usually I'm back there working with guests, making sure that they come in and they're ready to go for the show, they understand what's going to happen, that they're prepared. Working with the host to make sure that they've got everything that they need, and kind of making sure everything is flowing well during filming, everything's working, nothing's running behind. So that's been a really great experience, kind of helping the director, making sure that everything goes smoothly. And then I'm also involved with sort of the social media relaunch that CW has been going through right now, which has been really cool. So we've kind of gone through and revamped the Facebook page and the Twitter page, and we've now got an Instagram account, which is really exciting. And all of those are at CW_57, so they're really fun to kind of be a part of that strategy and working on promoting the shows and the events that are going on around CW, and really getting a good aspect of that, since social media is now so important in so many different businesses. So it's been great. Those are the two main projects that I've been working on here.
So it really has been a hands-on experience.
Yeah,
for you,
definitely.
for sure.
There's never a dull moment at CW,
Yes,
that's for
indeed,
sure.
indeed.
Yeah.
So speaking of social media, we have some great contests coming up. You want to tell us a little bit about those?
Yeah, so we are actually wrapping one right now. We just had a costume contest that went on for Halloween. So we had a bunch of different people submit their Halloween costume photos, and those went up on Facebook and people could vote. And then the winner with the most votes on their photo won a DVD, I think of the Vampire Diaries, which is really cool. And the best part about some of the upcoming contests that we've got is that we just received this big shipment of all these different DVDs and Blu-rays and posters and all this really cool merchandise from the bigger CW network to give away. So upcoming, we're gonna start a weekly contest that's gonna run every Wednesday, so be looking for that. That'll be on Twitter, but you'll be able to find information on all the other platforms as well, and you'll have a chance to win some of that really cool merchandise. So it's gonna be really great.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, like I said before, we're so glad to have you aboard because we know you do so much around here, and it really, really helps us out quite a bit. We just have about 30 seconds left. Can you
Great.
tell us how this internship, how you predict that this internship is going to help you with your career after graduation?
Yeah, this has been fantastic. I really am so thankful that I got to work with you guys, and it's been an excellent semester. And I think that it's really going to benefit me because it's given me not only that hands-on experience, but in so many different important facets and aspects of the business. Being in a television station, you know, you can't really get that experience in the classroom. So it's been great to really be here, be on the set and in the studio with the hosts and with all the other people that it takes to make a station run. So I think it's really helped me kind of to get that behind the scenes look and experience and sort of know hopefully where I'm heading in the future after graduation.
Right on. Well, Olivia Gilia, our intern here at CW57, thank you so much for appearing on our show today.
Thanks.
That's all the time we have for Talk of the Town. We'll see you around next time.